Hi, Veronica Tracy Smith here. I'm a psychologist, an author, and a coach. And before you ever get in front of a camera again, I wanted to give you just a quick little message about you getting in front of the camera. I help people get their consciousness raising message out on video so that they can inspire the world, so that they can help the world through their video message. Video is the way to go now. You know, you can write and you can blog that way, but video is really the way to go. And I wanted to help you to get in front of the camera and to deal with that critic on your shoulder. We all have a critic. The critic stands there and says, "You can't do that. Who do you think you are? What do you think you're doing? Who do you think you can inspire? What makes you think you can help change the world," right? And what are you doing staring into a camera thinking that you have anything important to say? As a psychologist, I have worked for the last more than 25 years dealing with people. The number one thing I deal with is the critic on their shoulder. And you would think it's about relationships. It is. Relationship with yourself. And it's also about dealing with your relationship with other people. When my critic's on my shoulder telling me I'm not good enough, I'm not okay, I can't do this, and I'm in a relationship with my husband and I think that he might be critical, guess what? It's my critic telling me that I'm not okay in my interaction with him too. So it's really two phases, my relationship to myself and my relationship to the world with everybody else. So to get started, what I wanted to tell you, I just came back from Full-Time Messengers conference that Robert Evans put on, and this great presenter was there. His name is Bo Eason, and he is a former NFL player, and he wrote his story. He taught us about writing our story right in the action pack, and I'm going to make another video on that. For today, what I wanted to do is just tell you about a message that I got from him. He said, because he did Run to the Litter, he wrote his own story and he got on stage, and for 5 years he told his story as a one-man play on Broadway. He said, you know, people talk about nerves and being afraid and scared. Well, it's all their critic. That's me speaking. It's our critic on our shoulder. He says, instead of thinking about your nerves, I want you to think about something different. You aren't nervous. We don't have nerves jumping around. We have love. We are passionate about what we're trying to teach. We have love that makes us feel jittery, what we call nervous. So next time you get in front of the camera, what I want you to think about is that you love what you're doing so much that you feel anxious about it. And even if you don't have your message totally clear in your head, you know that you are meant to be on this planet right now, bringing your consciousness raising message out to the world. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about you going with love into the camera to help people on the other side. And you can talk back to your critic. Other people call it different things. I actually always have my clients name their critic. And a lot of times it might be, you know, something like a parental thing, and the rebel gets in there and rebels against the critic, and they have this back and forth with the rebel critic, rebel critic. Name your critic. It really helps. It can be Stuart. I know Christian Pankhurst, Britain's Next Top Coach, calls it Stuart. You can call it whatever works for you. Mine is actually a female, so Stuart didn't work too well for me, but I've been teaching about the critic for 25, 26 years in teaching and with my clients and my coaching clients, my psychology clients. And so when you talk back to your critic, say what you need to say to it. And then I have another technique I wanted to share with you, and this is from Nick Lefort, and he teaches NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. I won't get into what that is, but for now I just want to teach you this technique. So you go into your studio or wherever you're shooting, get grounded, get both feet on the ground, really get grounded, look into the camera with love. Open your heart, you know. Don't shrink away. You have a message. Your message needs to get out there. Bring your shoulders back and talk back to your critic. Say, you're not invited right here. Critic, over there. And here's the technique from NLP. Shake it out. Shake it off. Shake that critic off. And then we switch. We go to rubbing our hands together. What does that mean? It means getting ready for the game, getting ready for what you're going to say with love, getting ready to bring your message to the world. So that's it. Shake it off and get ready to go. So here we go. We are all needed on this planet right now. We are all needed to bring our own individual, collective consciousness raising message to the world. So individually and collectively, all of us, together we can change this planet. We can change the consciousness on this planet. Here we go. Are you ready? Go get your message out there. Get in front of your camera. You can do it.